Isolation Nation, welcome to yet another social distancing social club. It's great to be with you. We have gone as a society from FOMO to stay at home. Oh, it didn't work out well.
Stay at homo.
I could have done. I could have worked that out better, probably.
Yeah. Don't take stuff in the shower.
We've gone from YOLO to solo. That one is less offensive. I could have done used so much.
Stay at home.
Stay at home. Oh, please. Stay at home.
The first sentence, you possibly offended a bunch of people. Good job.
Listen, we want everybody to stay at home, regardless of your orientation. That's very important to society.
If you're a stay-at-homo, God bless you.
That's right.
The O in that stands for orientation. So
exactly right. That's exactly right. I've ruined the show already, so why don't I pass it to one of my co-hosts, the illustrious and beautiful Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Yay, Steve.
Well, thank you, Ben. Happy to be back here for another show. Unfortunately, I have nothing prepared that could possibly offend the LGBT community. So we're just gonna go with what we normally say. If you want to support the show, please make sure to Venmo us. You could Venmo in the top right corner of the screen, or you could PayPal laughfromhome.com. Of course, you could do the Facebook stars thing. We still don't quite know what those are worth, but there's something. And you could super chat us on YouTube. We are being broadcast on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We're getting about 20,000 viewers per episode, and that's because fine people like you who keep sharing it with their friends and clicking the thumbs up and all that stuff. So please continue to do that. We have some wonderful stuff in store today. But before that, I want to introduce the third host of the show, who would be the most likely to accidentally offend somebody, but it turns out no. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey. Thank you.
CB, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Wow, the fedora, dude.
I want to start the show by saying to Rachel, milady.
Rachel's not here today. It's a Sunday. We have Jarrett playing Rachel.
Oh yeah. See, I just saw Rachel. They kidding. So
I know it's confusing because we're so
similar. That was a bad joke. So she's not here. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm excited to be here. Apparently, I got hammered last night and forgot it was Sunday. So days mean nothing. I didn't know it was Sunday. So happy Easter, I guess, and let's have a great show. Let's do this.
And that's why we have a guy that looks like Kenny Loggins' Jesus.
That's exactly right.
I also would like to apologize to the crowd at home because I said that Bowers wasn't going to offend anybody, and I didn't see that he was wearing that hat. So my apologies. He offended anybody with taste, but we're happy to be here. We have a hell of a show today. We're doing a little bit of a different format today. We got some cool stuff in store. Bowers, you want to talk about our comics?
Renee Gauthier is here, and we got a special surprise guest at the end, which you probably will guess. But Steve, how about the front row? Who's in the front row with us today?
So we've got a bunch of people in the front row. We have Dave Adler, who's one of our regulars. We have Superman. We have Erica, who I nicknamed Ninika accidentally last time. We have Jen Winklepleck. We have Jeremy Lee Howell. We have Lena. Thank you all for joining us. If you want to join us in the future on our front row, be part of our live video audience, you can do so at laughfromhome.com, and it's a fun thing that you can do. And of course, shout out to Queen Rachel being played by Jarrett Berenstein, because it's a Sunday and that's how it works.
Dude, you rock that look, bro. You rock that look, man.
Are you talking about the little tufts of hair popping out of here?
The Farrah Fawcett looks like part of your hair is trying to escape. Yes, but it looks good.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. You guys just caught me. Oh, I was just doing it. So
it looks good, man.
I didn't have time to get everything together. My bad.
So you look like that when you're not together. That irritates the shit out of me. Not good job. It's irritating.
Well, also, I love how Rachel just lets herself go by Sundays, and then the beard is full.
It's my day.
Saturdays.
It's my day, right? I do.
Saturday you're hair free, and somehow you just really go werewolf on us before Sunday night.
Yeah, he's more Wolverine Jesus than he is anything. It's pretty good look, right?
That's right. Love that.
So Ben, can you introduce our special guest?
I'm very excited to do that. This man is considered by many, if not most, one of the great comedians we have in this world. So we are incredibly honored and excited to have him here. You maybe first came to know him from his show Titus on Fox. You might know his podcast, The Combustion Lounge. You might know him just from being a relentless fighter for what is right and does it in funny, ridiculous, angry, ranty ways. Please welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club, Christopher Titus, everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much, people. Yes, it's all fear and desperation, but that's gotten me this far, and I'm going to keep doing it. This is great. Thanks for doing something, guys. I got to be honest. We are at a place right now where we can't do. The fucked up thing about this entire situation is that our job, 100%, is in a room full of people spewing stuff out their mouths while they laugh. So we can't do that, and so you're doing something that's helpful. Thanks, man. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I just want to point out, just so Bowers isn't confused, the audience is supposed to laugh usually. So that's
look, the 8 people at my shows laugh their ass off, Steve. Not funny. I'm just not very funny to very many people. That's all it comes down to.
This is the biggest. Tonight is the biggest crowd the Bowers ever played to. So we're
every night. That's why I'm loving the coronavirus. This is every night's the biggest crowd I've ever played to. This is the best thing I've done. This is it. This is the pinnacle of my career. I'm having a great time. Worst case, this ends in a month, and I'm fine.
And I have to say, even though Bowers is thriving, I still consider it pretty messed up that out of career desperation he flew to Wuhan and said, "Fuck it, I'm eating this bat."
That's
cool.
really our fault, Ben. We should have hired him to open for us so that he was so he wouldn't need to eat a bat to make it happen.
True, very true.
Also, by the way, we already have a Venmo coming in from Jennifer Kofid, a regular supporter of the show, $2, and said something I agree with, which is, holy shit, did Ben take a shower? Yes. Yes, he did.
Thank you so much.
He looks sparkly. He really looks sparkly.
Yeah, you know what I do is I do a nice sheen to my face. I don't even know what that means. It's definitely better than doing a Charlie Sheen to your face. I don't even know what that means. Not as good.
Are you loofing off all the dead skin cells? You can tell. You can really see there's less dead skin cells on you, Ben. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I do when we get big guests is I make sure the dead skin cells don't get to be part of it.
I'm a little afraid of doing that because I'm actually 90% dead skin cell. So if I go too far,
right, just a skeleton. Be awesome. Be like, like the Terminator face, just half in one red eye. That's you, Hunter. People don't know. You're so mild-mannered. People don't know that you were sent back by Skynet.
Yeah. Shh, don't tell them.
Sorry, my bad. I came from there too.
Yeah.
Look, I don't confirm or deny it, but I'll just say, have you seen this boy?
Yeah. All right. We also have a Venmo from Dave Adler, who is one of our regulars and was in the front row and is having trouble connecting. We keep trying to let him in. And Dave, I apologize. I think it might be something on your end. Reset your router. That might help. Jan Johnson throws in $5 and says, love Titus. Can't wait to see your show tomorrow night. And Ben should just use his dog to talk tonight. I agree with that, Titus. There was a moment on the show a couple days ago where Ben just held up his dog in the screen and talked as if it was him, and I got to tell you, it was a more pleasant experience.
That's awesome. That's I tell you what, my dogs, we have two Yorkies, and they're just really freaked out that we're home all the time now. They usually get put away, and it's like they can't. They're looking for places to crap now. And they're just upset because we're on their ass all the time. It's like when my dad lost his job, kind of. That's what they must be.
By the way,
I don't want to say that what you just said is offensive to me, but to some degree, it's offensive because I showered for this. Do you understand?
Okay, that with all of us having our dogs is a show I would pay for every day. Awesome. That was awesome.
We have to do
not just
an all-dog
just
episode.
Dogs playing poker. Yes, that'd be wonderful. Dog's not just playing poker, but beating me at poker most nights.
Can Bowers just be a hot dog with a face on it? Like,
I can probably figure that out. I've got plenty of hot dogs and a Sharpie marker. I can arrange that in about 4 minutes. Let's figure that out.
I love the idea that it'll take you 4 minutes to draw on a hot dog.
I'm not a good drawer, man. Plus, hot dogs are greasy. I don't know if it slips out of your fingers a lot. It's a lot of work.
He's right. He's right.
Wow, he has a lot of knowledge about writing on a hot dog.
Well, I'm saying in my family we use hot dogs instead of Easter eggs. So I've been decorating hot dogs my whole life. So I know how that works.
So on Easter Sunday, you guys go they find the sausage, basically. That's odd.
Yes.
That's an odd family, man. I feel better about my family.
Yeah.
That's a game. That's a game
I didn't. Go ahead, Ben.
Well, it's a game that Bauer's girlfriend's been trying to play for a very long time.
I knew. I just wanted to see who was going to take the bait on that one. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
So we also have a couple more coming in. Erica Smith in our live video audience kicks in $10 Australian and says, for Ben having a shower and toward your next one soonish. That is the price that Ben charges for showers. It's $5 Australian. So that'll cover 2 of them.
Yes, I do.
$5 Australian. That's great.
Ricky,
That's right.
Ricky Baining throws in $5 and gives a little cheers icon. So much appreciated. Cheers to you, Ricky. And I think Bowers might be going to get a hot dog right now. I have a feeling since he's not in the frame. I don't want to ruin it, but I think that might be what's happening.
Please come back with a face on a hot dog.
So meanwhile, by the way, so Titus, you and I share, I guess, should we call him a mentee? What is Andrew?
Andrew, yeah. He's Andrew's. Yes, he was. I think I met him when he was 16 or 20 or something, and he asked me about comedy. And then and you tour with him, right?
Yeah. So Andrew Rivers, who's been on the show, and it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Andrew. You're probably not watching this, but Titus and I are going to make fun of you for a while. So
yeah, I've never seen
tuned.
a comic that gets younger. He is the Benjamin Buttons of comedy. He started out as a fetus and slowly has turned into a zygote. It's crazy how young that is.
His set regresses the same way.
Yes, I noticed. I made it to 35 minutes.
Oh my God! Taylor, please spotlight Bowers.
Spotlight Bowers. It's actually harder to do than you thought it was. I took 3 Sharpies. The hot dog juices do actually negate the sharpiness. So
I do not feel safe. I do not feel safe. I need to put that away.
Binge watch this show. This show I would binge watch.
I know we've joked about me doing us doing like a stone-a-thon to get me stoned for the first time on this show. Bowers, if you are hot dog Bowers when that happens, I will freak the fuck out.
Yes.
Hot dog Bowers.
Which, by the way, was his nickname in high school. So oddly enough.
No, that's been my Halloween costume the last 5 years. I'm hot dog Bowers.
Bowers, do you have something that you can fashion into a tiny hot? Do you have something you'd fashion into a tiny hat for hot dog Bowers?
I can.
Oh,
yeah, I think I have a tiny hat. Yes. I will say.
Great.
I do have.
It's great how inspired he gets.
I do have butt plug with oven mitt already on my curio tab. That's
my
God. I don't know where that came from.
What have I signed up for? That's awesome.
I need a tiny hat. All right. Oh, it's in the thing.
By the way, Z Bunster, freaking supporter of our show. The Bunst kicks in $40 on the Venmo and says, "Thank whoever that Bowers isn't out of hot dogs." By the way, Bowers will never be out of hot dogs.
Never. I also am stunned that we are doing a show that in my mind is somewhat classy, and yet Bowers pops into frame with a butt plug with a mitten and no one is phased.
That was after the hot dog with a face on it. Come on. I mean,
Ben, we were more phased, Ben, that you took a shower.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's a Jägermeister hat. It's a Jägermeister hat. It's Jägermeister on his
Looks like he's going for a jog in the 70s.
He's a hot dog. He goes undercover and solves crimes.
Bowers,
like a Norwegian sailor.
Bowers, commit to the bit. Stay the hot dog. You have to stay the hot dog.
Yeah.
Am I the hot dog? Okay, let me.
You're the hot dog for the next segment.
All right, I'm in.
All right, commit to the bit. All right.
Honestly, I would have thought.
Does you have pants on now? What is that?
Well, I don't want to hold it because a hot dog's gross. I can't hold a hot dog for an hour. It's all slimy and weird. No,
That hot dog looks like a milkman. He delivers milk.
He's part of the Italian nation.
I love that. I love that Bowers thinks the food item that is his entire life sustenance is gross. That's our point. That's our point.
We're like, hey, hot dogs are gross. We're like, hot dogs are gross to eat. And Bowers is like, yeah, they're fine to eat. I just don't want to touch them. Like, oh.
What is
tuxedo hot dog?
Wait, what'd you say, Titus? What'd you say?
What is on the hot dog's mouth? The mouth had a little weird schmutz.
Oh.
By the way, if we ever pitch this to a TV network, this is our reel right here. This is amazing.
I'm sorry. Between the dogs and the hot dogs, I'm so in on this show. I am not subscribed, Ben. I am subscribed.
By the way,
I'm very glad, Titus, that you relish the chance to be here.
Wow.
Milady.
Guys, we must do this again.
Yeah. You know, just want the right amount of cheese.
Yeah. By the way, Ellen Shaw throws in $5 and says, I'll make this 10 if Bowers comes out with a tiny flashy jacket for the hot dog by the end of the show.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right.
Just like most days after our show, Bowers will now, during the show, be furiously working at his sewing machine.
I think the hot dog needs an N95 mask is what it needs. Let's just thematically make it work.
By the way, we have Brad Fredrickson threw in $10 and says toward the Get Steve High episode. We appreciate that, Brad. If we have, it won't go toward that episode until we actually do the episode, but we are talking about it. We might make it happen. So that said, Queen Rachel Jarrett, do we have anything on the super chat?
We sure do. Let's see here. Mountain Stew gave $5, said stop being a wussy. I do not know what that was in response to.
My TV show. A big thing on my TV show. Stacey Keach. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, Christopher Titus.
Yeah, I can tell.
On Facebook, Paula Dickinson Wooford sent 200 stars. Erica Chapin sent 378 stars. And someone on the YouTube named Chris Jacobs sent $3.97 in 3 different installments, like one was $1.99, one was 99 cents. No comment. I don't know why, but
because you got to split it up between the hot dog and the dog and us. That's why.
He's probably doing it like on 3 different credit cards or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Chris Jacobs has been supporting our show most days, and we really appreciate that. The weird tips are concerning. The weird tips amounts are concerning a little bit.
Love it. I keep us guessing. You know, why not? For an extra couple of cents, you can have us talk about it longer. So it's a smart idea to throw a weird amount in there. All right, before we do the first stand-up set, we not only have to announce our next game, but we are also going to read some of the best of. We had people using the hashtag last night. There was some awesome stuff, and I went a little nuts after the live show yesterday, and did a bunch of them too. So let's read some of the best ones. What do we got?
I love it. I don't know if Bowers has some too, but some of the ones that other people threw into our quarantine bands contest is Fleminem from Ellen Shaw.
Nice.
Good name.
Fleminem.
Yes.
Nathan Goff at Nathan the Goff suggested blues travel restrictions.
Nice.
Erica Smith, Tom Waits and Waits.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very solid. We also have Jeffrey Baldinger, comedian friend of ours, who wrote Back Off the Street Boys.
Nice.
And comedian Galina Ravina entered with Destiny's homeschooled child.
Nice.
And she also suggested Wuhan Tang Clan.
Nice. I've
And
got a
then,
couple.
Steve, you have some before I read
got a couple
the pearls of wisdom that I suggested?
I mean, yours were good, but I'm gonna read mine instead. So I.
How about Bruce? It'll be gone by Springsteen.
Hey, nice.
Hey, I didn't know this was the game. I'm just my first one. Give me a second.
I like that.
That was still good. Although I did write one in this is one in Ben Gleib's style, which is Reba McIntyre Industries are shutting down. That's Evism.
Very nice.
We've got let's see what else. We've got Run CDC. Fears for Tears. Depression Mode. Cootie and the Blowfish, which someone then tagged with their hit song "Don't Hold My Hand." We have In Sync, but it's spelled INSINK. We have my favorite, which is No Out.
Yes. I would like to see your entries, Steve Hofstetter, and respond with some of my tweets on this topic.
Raise them.
Okay, here we go. Quarantine bans. I'd like to begin with How You Lose It 'Cause the News.
Oh my God.
That was long.
Wow.
Holy shit. I don't know if I hate that or I love that, and I'm confused. I don't know how to feel right now.
Yep. I would back that up.
Thank you. I've got Great Hand Washing Method Man. I've got Touch Face Killer.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Home Dirty Plastered.
Oh, God.
God.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, that took a minute.
D'Angelonely in my one-bedroom apartment.
That is perfectly Glebe style. That one was.
Yeah. Dave Matthews banned from dining at restaurants.
Does it hurt? Do you pull something when you reach that far?
Well, his doctor did encourage him to stretch more. So
I have just a few more. This one might be my favorite
I want to hear
of mine. Okay, here we go. In excess.
I got you.
Okay, no laughs, but I liked it a lot.
It must I think all the audience lost signal at once.
That's what it is.
It wasn't you, Ben. It wasn't you.
That was
okay. I will come back with Mask Box Plenty.
Nice.
I like that one.
The Very Offspring.
Nice. I will like to match that with the Cough Spring, but go ahead.
That's very nice. This one is for all the celebrities suffering out there. Marilyn Mansion.
Nice.
And for all you New Jersey boys, non-Covey.
Oh my God! All right, that took a second.
We are actually bumping up against a union limit on puns. I think. I think there will be some fines.
I will then go with just my last two then, which would be Fleetwood McDonald's isn't giving its employees hazard pay.
Wow.
Political. That one's political.
Yeah,
a little bit political.
Real sharp.
Yes.
That's
but also,
McDonald's
also nutritional. That's
both.
It's a really good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, McDonald's actually was watching this, and they just said that based on the strength of that joke, they're going to start paying hazard pay. So,
In make a difference. Comedy can make a real difference.
Exactly.
Oh God.
My God. Wait.
Oh, God.
Powers is hot dog. Oh, he's in a dress. Is that a dress?
It's a scary jacket. I don't know.
That is the fanciest
bridesmaid dress for the hot dog.
The hot dog was just like, I want my outfit to be chiffon and my hat to be 18th century.
That's incredible.
It's like Prince's new power generation phase.
If the two shows that you have fantasies about are Downton Abbey and The Honeymooners, that is your guy.
Also, and this is not a compliment, somehow this is the least ridiculous Bowers has ever dressed on this show.
Here's what I've decided. For if we did a $50 super chat, I will eat this hot dog at the end of this show.
We weren't going to eat the hot dog anyways.
This hot dog is my favorite thing. My favorite thing.
You're gonna undress.
By the way, Powers, I don't know how to tell you this, and maybe I should.
This is so much evidence that we've all lost our shit.
All I keep thinking about.
Literally, in any other time in history, they can show this to a jury, and we're all doing time.
I mean, all I keep thinking is that Bowers after this is going to slowly undress that hot dog.
Yeah.
Should this be different than any other hot dog he eats? That's just how he eats hot dogs.
Ooh, let me get that pashmina for you, lady.
The hot dog looks resigned to the fact that we're making fun of it right now. Fine.
I hate to break it to you, Bowers.
Give me your best. I like my hat.
Yeah, maybe we should do this off air, but Ben and I just talked, and we're actually going to replace you with the hot dog. So I'm sorry.
It was only a matter of time. I'm just happy I knew the hot dog before he was famous. It's awesome.
Also, I know this is Bowers' first day puppeteering, but give it a little oomph. Move the hot dog around a little bit when you talk, okay? The hot dog
is clearly, I want to know what the hot dog is sitting in. What is, because you're not holding that. It would have moved. What is the hot dog propped up with right now?
Oh, it's a whole bit of tape and wood and lighters and so get it the right angle. It's real stupid on my end. I had to because it was too low and I had to put a thing and now there's a piece of tape hooked to my tripod. It's a whole thing.
That's a lot.
He's not going to move around.
Bowers,
it's a long way to say it's the butt plug.
Yes. Bowers, try standing under the frame and then putting your arms up on each side and gesticulating Trump style.
Yeah, go behind. If you back way up behind the hot dog and get centered, you could actually make it look like it had arms.
Yes.
I mean, we all know that hot dog kind of butt
all the way down, Bowers.
A little further, back a little further. No, back up a little further, and just make and now put your arms.
No, just use your arms. There you go. There you go.
Isaac from the Love Boat as a hot dog. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Fuck Jim Henson and the Muppets. Way better.
Well, I know what show we're pitching now.
Yep.
All right, we got some more. We got some more super chats come in, or some more Venmos. So Samuel Palmer threw in $5, and this was clearly before the hot dog, because he threw in $5 and he said smart jokes.
No refunds. No refunds.
Shaw threw in $4.99 and said close enough. So that is for the fancy jacket. And then, Dave Adler wanted to last minute entry into the contest and said, no sick till Brooklyn. We got Ben Keys threw in $20 and says, thanks for all the entertainment for the years spent honing your craft and whatever this is.
I like it when the hot dog raises the roof.
Bowers, when the hands go behind the hot dog, it doesn't work.
I figured out. My first hot dog manipulation. I'm thinking, hey, are we ready for a comic yet?
That is not your first hot dog manipulation.
In a second, we also have. We also. That's actually how he. That's how he met Chrissy. So, Dave Williams threw in $20.
Lucky for Bowers. Lucky for Bowers. Now he's got a brand new butt plug.
Williams threw in $20 and says, thanks for the cryptic laughs, guys. We appreciate it. Jan Johnson threw in $5 and says, for Ben's cheesy puns. Love it. There you go, Ben. And then
thank you so much. I will donate that one to my favorite band, Mom Far From Sons.
Has anyone said sixpence none the sicker? 6 feet none the sicker? I fucked it up. I'm gonna break my computer.
It was still solid.
You know what would help you? A hot dog. You need a hot dog.
How dare you think I don't have one? How dare you?
We also, by the way, Brittany Thurston threw in $2 and said, reminder for Steve to stop touching his face. I appreciate that, Brittany, but if I lock myself inside for 14 days, I can touch my face all the fuck I want. That is not why you shouldn't touch your face.
And touching his face is the least of the parts of his body you shouldn't be touching right now. He's been alone for 14 days.
Oh.
That's a very good point. I do not want to show you my hot dog. Daniel Graves in $10 and says, can the hot dog get an egg friend?
Oh, you guys have the perfect audience. Can the hot dog get an egg friend?
With that, you know what? I'll back for no particular reason. Excuse me.
Also, let me just make clear that Hofstadter's been home so long, his hot dog looks like those hot dogs at 7-Eleven that have been rotating there for 7 months.
I like those guys. People still eat those.
That is true, but it's mostly hobos.
Hey, just like Steve's dick.
By the way, do they throw those out ever? Or do they
I don't think so, man.
Is it more like an archaeological find? They just keep going and they can actually carbonate the like how? I mean, I know guys have done the bit, but is there hobos waiting at the end of like 7-Eleven? They're like, oh man, the 14-day hot dogs are getting thrown out any minute now. I don't know. By the way, we can have an we had one of those hot dogs. This hot dog could have an elderly friend that gave him wisdom.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. It could be the Titus to the Andrew Rivers relationship right there.
Yes. Thank you. I'm the elderly friend. Thank you, Ben. I'm sorry for the joke earlier.
Just compared to Andrew Rivers. Just compared to Andrew Rivers.
No, Titus, to be sure, you are an old 7-Eleven hot dog. Hey, it's got red hair.
Oh my God. Why does he have white eyes like the clown in It? What is going on with the eyes?
Steve, did you get a tan? Steve, you look great.
Titus, oh my God.
Are you wearing bronzer?
Titus,
you look incredible. You're glowing.
Now where's your butt plug that goes with it? Or is that your butt plug? I don't know.
Oh, looking at it.
Such a bizarre. What is fucking going on right now? I just realized that I haven't laughed this hard. Hot dog and a fucking egg and a lump. We've lost our minds. Well,
I just want to say this is how much I love the show. I was willing to do the egg.
It was awesome. Very nice. Very nice.
So I'm glad that I was able to get one. I didn't even have to draw on it. This is just how my eggs come. This is how.
Have you found yours?
Yeah.
What's that, Renee?
Nothing.
No, it was something, but we'll let it slide.
Steve, have you just have a bunch of those drawn up already because you don't like having breakfast by yourself?
Yeah, that's, sell for almost a month. Okay. I gotta make it more authentic. Give me a second here.
Titus, have you found yourself losing your mind in any ways like this? Because we've clearly lost ours. No, we are not ourselves.
This is really awesome, man. I've been working on writing stuff, and then I didn't realize how fucking insane I was until today when I was watching with you. Holy shit, dude! What are you doing with the egg now?
I put freckles on it. It's authentic now.
Oh, those are freckles. Okay.
Can you? Sorry, it's too close. It's hard to tell.
Jeff, give it some eyeballs. Give it some eyeballs, like because it looks it's freaking me. It's like a possessed egg right now.
Yeah, but Titus, you have to hand it to Hofstetter. His egg face-based humor is very subtle.
It is. It's very good. Yes,
he's adding little details to it. Yeah. It's not hacky. It's like the freckles, the no eyeballs. He really adds a special sauce to it.
He really does. He really does. It's you have to be smart. He's the Maria Bamford of egg humor, I would say. Really,
I'm the thinking man's egg artist.
Yeah, yes, you are.
The fact that people have been wishing Steve would have other personalities.
Are we ready for a topic, everybody? I think we should have a topic. I think we should have some laughs on this show.
It's the dumbest shit. I can't. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. There's an entire. If we got a 10-pack, we could do an entire show. I say we do West Side Story with hot dogs. or Hamilton. Let's do Hamilton with hot dogs.
Fucking hamburger Olton.
Holy shit.
All right, let's do a comic because we got to end on time.
6,025,500 hot dogs.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change the name today to Hot Dog a Musical, but let's see if we can.
No, I'm not doing a set. I can't follow the hot dog.
Thanks. Exactly.
Don't worry. Renee's taking the bullet. Renee is taking the bullet.
Yeah, don't worry. The one girl is taking the bullet. Let me tell you, this hot dog has gotten more attention than I've seen in a fucking year. I don't.
No, it already signed a deal. The hot dog's already got a development deal from when this is over.
Representation.
Yeah, I mean, it's got more YouTube followers than me right now. Fuck.
Steve's egg has just been hired by.
Hey, it's got some.
Yeah, that's weird.
By the way, tune into Quibi to see Hot Dog and Egg.
Yeah.
As a bounty hunter team brought to you by Dick Wolf.
Steve's egg has just gotten. Steve's egg has been hired by Goop to be Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina tightening egg.
I actually don't care if anybody in the world thinks this is funny. It's the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. If this ends my career, because people go, fucking Titus was laughing at the hot dog he lost. This is the end. I'm good.
It just used to be so edgy and topical. What happened?
Dude, by moving back and putting the arms up, you've taken it to a whole new place. Honestly, it's going to headline Edinburgh.
Actually, I'm gonna be open for the hot dog on the road. It's gonna be terrible.
Right.
It'll be a feature somehow.
Is it hacky if, like, because you know how comedians do the arms joke? where they like go and make someone else's arms?
Yeah.
Is it hacky if Bowers is doing that with a hot dog?
No, it takes it to it's new level, next level, man. He took it to a whole new level. As a matter of fact, if you did the bit with fruit, hot dog, that screw everybody else. Someone's gonna claim that they wrote the hot dog arms thing. I know that, but it's still pretty awesome, man. Look what he's doing.
We gotta
driving a car. We're driving a car.
We're running,
by the way. We're driving
guys.
a car.
We're running. He's driving. All right.
Tiny car.
Introduce Renee.
Tiny car. Big car.
Bowers.
All right, we ready? I'm ready. I've been trying to introduce you for 10 minutes. All right. So first of all,
Oh, the hot dogs hosting?
yeah, the hot dogs host now.
Okay, I didn't know.
So here we go, boys and girls.
No.
No.
A great comic. You've seen her on Last Comic Standing, Lip Sync Battle, and she's also been in my favorite movie, Turkey Bowl. Give it up for Renee Gauthier, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And don't adjust your computer screens. I am popping in mint. This is mint, okay? Jesus has risen, and so have my sleeves. Like, this is too broad. I don't have the face or the body to carry this sweater, but here we are. I like that I had to follow a fucking hot dog. I'm very torn because as a person from Chicago, I'm honored. But as a woman who's been alone the whole quarantine, it saddens me. Very upsetting. And what's even worse, he looks kind of good to me. He looks kind of not like that though. Nope. Don't dance. Hot dog, please don't dance. Leave that to some, oh God. Happy quarantine Easter. I think that's exciting. Here's the thing. I am going to talk about the quarantine for one moment because it reminds me a lot of my high school reunions. Do you know what I mean? Like in the beginning, like at my 10-year reunion, I went and I was single and alone, and all my high school friends were married or like pregnant, getting pregnant. And they looked at me sad because I was by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then went to the 20 year. They're all fucking divorced and they wish they were me. And that's how it's feeling in the quarantine. Seriously, I have a lot of friends who in the beginning are like, oh my God, you're by yourself with your dog. And I was like, yeah, should I feel sad about that? 2 weeks later, they're like, I wish I were fucking you. I wish I was by myself. I hate my husband. And I'm like, yeah, feels just like high school. Just like the I've never felt more hot. You know what I mean? I feel pretty good. I have been watching a lot of TV, but before this, I was on an Ashley Judd kick, which I recommend everyone does. I recommend everyone celebrates Ashley Judd's catalog because that bitch is good. She's got a good stress cry that we don't see nowadays. She does. Hot dog? No, you're gone. Okay. Obviously, he has a history.
Hot dog had to go to a showcase.
Yeah, exactly. Hot dog had 2 other spots to get to. Kitchen. In my kitchen, begging to be heard as a woman in comedy. I just have a sleeve of Thin Mints, one by one. I was watching Double Jeopardy, and I don't know if you've seen Double Jeopardy, but if you have not, or if it's been a while, go back. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite movies because I don't know if anyone's seen it out in the world, or you 6 men staring at me right now in the above gallery on Zoom. But Double Jeopardy is basically Ashley Judd's married. She gets convicted of murdering her husband wrongfully. Okay, he dies. She goes to jail. While she's in jail, no one likes her because she's a hot white girl. Nobody likes her. And she's in the jail and she finds out that he is not really dead. I take a second there. He's alive. Okay, anyway. She this is so much better with feedback, but I still feel good about it. My passion for it's still here, so I'm gonna keep going. But best part of the movie is when she makes friends with two of the girls who were kind of mean to her in the beginning in jail, which is if Orange is the New Black has taught us anything, females connect in jail. And a great part is when Ashley gets so angry that she finds out that her husband basically framed her, she starts working out aggressively. Like there's a montage of work. When someone's betrayed me, I'm just housing pizza. Like I don't go to myself. I never think to myself, I got to do some push-ups. I am so betrayed. But she does. And there's a moment where we get everything we need from the movie. And she's stirring a vat of tapioca in jail, which I didn't guess jail would be the spot for pudding, but these girls need tapioca, and women deserve it. Anyway, she's like, and I'm talking a fucking vat. And one of the women who's like a character actress in every fucking movie with Ashley Judd and or Morgan Freeman. And she comes up and she goes, yeah, keep stirring that tapioca, girly. And I'm like, oh shit, information's about to drop. And she goes, you mad that your husband framed you? Guess what? You can get out of here and kill him in the middle of Times Square and nothing will happen to you. That's called double jeopardy. Titular line. And she goes, what are you, a lawyer or something? And she goes, once upon a time. And backs out. It's true, because that is exactly the line I want. Not going well. When this, I want to be like managing a Wendy's. I would say working at one, but I feel like I have enough to manage one. And I want like a girl to be starting comedy, and she doesn't know I used to do comedy, and she's like dropping fries, and I drop some knowledge on her, and she looks at me and goes, what are you, used to be a comic? And I go, once upon a time. Kill myself. I mean, honestly, guys, please watch it, okay? And Kiss the Girls. Morgan Freeman is saving women. Ashley Judd's on it. Saving women. I told you, I am fully in it right now. Morgan Freeman is saving women in a leather blazer and a turtleneck. Anybody in this world ever say they can't do something in a suit? I assume it's leather so you can wash the blood off. I assume. I can only assume that. I don't even know. That was a long double Jeopardy joke, but I feel good about it. I resonate with it because I am too going to make rice pudding later, and it's going to really hit home. All of this is going to hit home. I really actually am kind of bummed that the Girl Scout cookie season ended right before this fucking pandemic, because I think there's no better time. You know what I mean? Actually, and it angers me a little bit that everyone's online. Like I used to be a Girl Scout, and I feel like these bitches need to hit the streets. You know what I mean? Everyone go online and order my kids cookies. I was like, get in front of a fucking grocery store. Put a mask on. You can sell these cookies. Because Girl Scouts are supposed to build character. And you're not building the website. Character is this: sitting in front of a grocery store with a makeshift table with a girl you probably don't even like. She's a co-Girl Scout. And your dad's in the back. It's happened to me. It's a true story. And your dad's in the back playing Candy Crush because he's pissed that his wife let you join fucking Girl Scouts. Now he's got to help you fucking sell cookies. You know what I mean? It's an experience. Seriously, when I was a Girl Scout, I used to eat the merch. I don't understand how these girls are not housing cookies and putting on the LBs, because I would taste the merchandise, as you should. Any good salesperson.
Right.
I do it. I didn't know my mom had to pay for it. I didn't know my mom had to shell out the money. She's still probably mad. It was a lot of cookies. I let people sample. Forget it. Do you remember? I don't know, everyone out there, we all, when we were kids, had to do these fucking fundraisers, and I don't know what they were for. Like, where's the money? No.
Where did the money go? Yeah.
So where is the money? Because my grade school experience didn't get better. Like, I didn't get. I remember when I used to sell it. This is how Italian I grew up. I used to sell the merchandise, and you get cash for it. And I would, after school, iron in my grandparents' basement. I would iron the singles. I'm not kidding. I'd be like, friends of mine would be like, do you want to go outside and play? I'm like, I'm working, kids. Mama's working. Pay the bills. I don't even fucking understand it. I'm so hungry right now for Girl Scout cookies. That's why the anger is coming from. But everyone's in the house with their significant others. I think, Steve, you said you're alone. Congrats, me too. And it actually, I prefer it. I prefer to be alone. My dog and I have the best conversations. I do think I'm cock-blocking her masturbation schedule because I'm never home this much. But okay. She's gonna get through it. I don't really know how to end this set.
That's a good way. You did.
I think that's good. I want to be authentic after the pandemic. I want to come out.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't worry about production level right now. Good job.
Hey, we have so many.
How do I wrap this one up? I'm in my kitchen with 4 douchebags and a hot dog. Don't worry.
Sweating.
This is going to be your audition tape. This is going to be your audition tape for Montreal this year. Good job.
I already went, if you can see me. I know you wouldn't have guessed that. I'm already in.
It's really awesome, man. And by the way, those movies, my wife is like a huge, we're a fan of those movies that you were just talking about. And we were watching that one, and the Vada Tapioca thing, it's like you just accept shit in movies sometimes, and now you go, the fuck was she? When do they have a tapioca? When are you about prison tapioca? What are they selling that for? Such a bizarre insight. I was like, yeah, I fucking watched that movie too. Like, what the hell are they talking about?
I know.
Hey, man, I'm gonna make license plates. You guys go work on the pudding. What?
Exactly. I'm like, well, the good news is they're getting fed well. Everyone needs something sweet. Everyone needs something sweet, murderer or not.
It's awesome.
So awful. I'm sweating, by the way, in this fucking sweater.
We have a bunch of tips coming in. I'll read out a couple here, and then we'll go to Queen Rachel Jarrett, who will get to some of the super chats. So Brad Fredrickson threw in $15 and says, for Renee, thanks for bringing the comedy club to our activities class today. And then Ellen Shaw throws in $8 and says, for 2 boxes of Thin Mints. Dave Adler says, loving Renee's updated 90s puff sleeves and great set. That's $5. Erica Smith says, OMG, Renee, you kicked ass. Best film breakdown ever. Enjoy the tapioca. It's $5. That's awesome. We've got Jane Stewart threw in $10, says, for Renee, you're fantastic. And then social commentary side note, why are the ladies always the openers and the ones who follow hot dogs? Well, first of all, always the ones who follow hot dogs, because this is the only time that's ever happened or will ever happen.
Wow. I will be sending a stern letter. So.
Also, totally real. We've been putting them up first because they've been crushing, and it's a tough medium, and so we've been having them.
And because we want to have a female voice join us earlier in the show, so it was actually trying to be more inclusive.
Yes.
So thanks for that comment.
It's sad to watch a bunch of men try to dig out of the hole of not putting the woman up as the headliner. I'm watching it. I mean, I get it.
Can I just point out that the
I panicked too when it got brought up.
Hot dog is female.
So stop right there.
By the way,
Hold on.
Lavender chiffon. You're right.
Are we sure it has a dick coming out of its chest? In this day and age, you got to make sure that hot dog identifies.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Renee, fairness, that dick is going into the hot dog. Okay?
Wow.
All about perception. It's all about perception.
Ah, the tape.
That's right.
Holy shit.
What's in its chest? Is that a breadstick?
No, it's the stick
I do
that's
not
holding it
know
up.
why. By the way, I do not know why.
Tripod.
While we were talking about that, I do not know why Taylor decided to spotlight my video. Just be like, oh yeah, the hot dog's got a dick coming into it, and he's like, let's check in with Steve.
All right, so
that egg is crossed into Joker a little bit. It's a little bit if the Joker was an egg.
It's got a Jack in the Box. It's also got a Jack in the Box vibe. Yeah. Be careful. Be careful, Steve.
I do not think you guys should make fun of my son that way.
Wonderful shells.
Yeah.
Where does he get those wonderful jobs? Do we want to introduce the game, Steve? Is that what it's time for?
Yes, do the game, and then we'll catch up on the 1,000 super chats that we have to catch up on.
Okay.
Now, are we doing
Allow me to introduce today's game. I think we do with the original game. We've had so much hot dog humor, Bowers. I think we stick with the original game. Not that this episode needs any more silliness, but if you would like to join us, you can enter this contest for free. You just won't be eligible for the prize by putting your comment in the comments. But if you want to super chat $5 or more, your entry will be entered for a prize to win one copy of all of the albums, all 12 albums of all three of our hosts, and a free ticket to join us in our live video audience in the future. Today's game is tell us about your worst roommate or your worst roommate experience. And enter in the super chat $5 or more. And then for the next 24 hours, you can play along. And we will have another winner announced tomorrow during the show. So please on Twitter, use the hashtag worst roommate and hashtag SDSC game. So it's hashtag worst roommate and hashtag SDSC game.
And to help you guys out, I'll donate a box set of all my first 7 specials.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Well, I'll send that over to you, man.
Yeah, I don't want to one up
That's
Chris.
Titus.
I don't want to run one up Chris right now, but I did find my funniest females of OC DVD yesterday.
All right.
Yeah, that's a variety of females you've never heard of.
By the way, Renee, go woman go first on that one.
Yeah.
Answer for her. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know how she identifies now.
Yeah.
That's your get out of jail free card now. For putting a girl up first.
Tomorrow we're going to play that DVD at the end of the show just to change the balance. We're gonna have emails in a row.
Yeah.
2009.
I'm not kidding. I have it.
I do want to say there's literally nothing you can do in today's climate that people are okay with. Because we were going out of our way to be like, hey, more people watch in the beginning. So why don't we feature the female comic first? And then people are like, well, how come you're featuring the female comic first? We're like, oh, damn it. Why don't we just be hot dogs and be done with this?
Also say this, but you made your first, anime character that Bowers has basically a dick. So you're not helping anything.
By the way, that's you.
That is not a dick. That is a tall, proud woman.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hot dick. Ass dick.
So Steve, when you say in today's climate, why would you speak for the climate as though the climate doesn't have a say in what it says about it?
That's a very good point. Also, I just point out that Renee and I are both the ones who are quarantined single, and she saw the hot dog as a dude, and I saw it as a woman. And I'm just...
Yes.
Like the opposite of the cartoons where they're in like a boat and they see their friend as like a turkey leg.
Yeah. All right, Jared, let's catch up on some super chats because we have
a lot. Okay, so for Renee, we had a whole bunch of tips. We had GWG68 sent $5. I always want to be able to get in shape by montage. It would save so much time. Z Bunster sent $10 for Renee. Double Jeopardy is the ultimate chick revenge flick. Razor sent $5 for Renee. Razor put a reminder in the comment that the name is pronounced Razor, and I only fucked that up once, Razor, so calm down.
By the way, also, this is the version of Rachel that can pronounce stuff, so don't worry about it.
Razor also said, and I second Hot Dog West Side Story, the two gangs can the Oscar Myers and the Hebrew Nationals.
Can we do one? One is beef franks and one is turkey franks.
They look too similar, Steve. They look too similar.
G hot dogs. Those are kind of brown. Does that work?
It'd be easy to tell the Hebrew National dogs because they have a little bit chopped off the top.
Yeah, they
do. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, much like the Darrens on Bewitched, we switched Rachel's, hoping nobody would notice.
More coming in for Renee. We got Heather Scott, $10. Renee, from one Actually Judd fan to another. Great set. You almost made me forget. A hot dog introduced you. Chandler sent $5. Renee, you look gorgeous. I'd spend quarantine social distancing with you. Thanks for the Double Jeopardy reference. $5 does not let you sexually harass people.
Yeah, right?
It does. Don't speak for me. Yes, it does.
More for Renee. Sarah Huntington, $5. I was top seller of candy bars in elementary school 3 years in a row. This is all I can afford to give. Where did the money go? Jessica Kibble, $24.99. Girl Scout cookies. Thank you, Renee. I hate fundraisers. Do you remember the wrapping paper fundraiser? Who bought that shit? I had 3 kids and never bought it once. And last one for Rachel. Someone named Stripper Liquor. Gross.
Yeah.
Regular contributor to the show.
Oh, wait. All right. You're dope then. Sent
it's
$2.
Powers' alter ego.
Sent $2. Yeah, Renee. So funny. Happy Pagan Sex Day.
Thank you.
We also have a ton of regular super chats that came in before Renee's. You guys want me to we'll start burning through those?
Yeah, let's catch up on some of them.
Okay, so GWG68, $2. Just don't name the hot dog Frank. Sean Chandler, $5. This hot dog bit is excellent.
Oh, God.
Tim Cronin, $10. I've been a huge fan of Titus for 20 years, so this is awesome. Thanks, Steve Hovstegter. That was a stretch. Victoria Wilford on Facebook gave 50 stars. Nathaniel Crawford, $2. HD and the Sunny Side Up Band. HD stands for hot dog.
Nice. Sunny Side Up Band. I like it.
Kyra M sent $5 for Titus. Your laugh is making me piss myself. Love it. GWG68, $5. I'm so confused. That's what I get for walking in late. It's got to be about the egg and the hot dog.
You think?
There's a lot of things that you could be talking about. A lot of things that could be going on.
This has been a very long show. The egg now has facial hair.
Heather Scott
also quickly, Jared, sorry to interrupt, but I just saw this story. It seemed relevant, just came out on Huffington Post. Apparently, women are making 79 cents for every $1 a hot dog is made.
Wow, that makes sense.
Which is weird because hot dogs cost $1, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was easy math. Heather Scott in Canada sent $10 to buy the egg some glasses. Nope sent $5. You know, just because you've heard the term egghead doesn't mean you have to take it to the next level. Pretty corny. Mountain Sleep $2. You all need to get out of the house. Facts. Todd Sellers sent $5. Titus is to Andrew Rivers like Batman is to Robin in the '66 Batman.
Nice.
I don't
Andrew,
like that
Titus's young ward.
Yeah.
Z Bunster and Stacey Baldwin both sent $10 and both just put the laughing pear emoji, a laughing pear gif. Lena Sutherland, $5 for the Bowers puppet production. Jessica Kibble sent $100. I think it would be worth $100 to eat up $10, 6 feet of separation. I'm not sure. Sorry. And then she said another $10.
She spent $100 on you botching that like that. What the fuck is that?
go. I think it'd be worth $100. Eat up. Oh, and then she said, oh, okay. So I think it's worth $100. Eat up. Then she sent $10 that said 6 feet of separation for the game.
Yeah.
Not yesterday's game.
The $100 is to eat up the hot dog.
Yes.
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 And then she said another $10 that said, good job to you. Boy, I had no idea Trump was going to be the guest. Had to be egg. Got a lot more. Got a lot more.
It looks more like Jared.
Yeah, that hot dog's dick looks like Pinocchio at this point.
By the way, it's not a hot dog's dick. That's the support that keeps the hot dog up.
Okay. It's a dick, okay?
Oh,
Stop thrusting! Stop thrusting!
Kyra M sent $2. The don't go to the beach in Florida boys. Very funny. Nope sent $2. Who invited the hot dog to the sausage fest? Clever. Queenie 1997 sent $10. So funny. Paula Dickinson Wooford sent 500 stars. Then she sent 1535 stars, and earlier she sent 200 stars. So she's a real big contributor on Facebook. Todd Sellers sent $4.04, 404 because comedy can't be found with these puns.
Oh shit!
Boo!
But also accurate.
We are almost at the end, guys.
As a writer for horrible television, I disagree.
Agreed. Yeah.
I have avocados. That's how much money I make.
Oh, wow. All right. Gure Kumar sent 400 stars on Facebook. Stacey Baldwin sent 378 stars on Facebook, said donation towards Steve Stonathon with special guest Hot Dog Bowers. Earl Deary Jr. sent $5, said Chris Bowers, I'll chip in $50 if he eats the hot dog to who let the dogs out. Very specific.
I am shocked by that.
Richard Earl Deary Jr.
Wow.
Richard Earl Deary Jr. $5 saying, please stop encouraging Chris Bowers with hot dog for he has his baby jacket in the closet. Jeremy Day sent $5.
Wait. Focus on Bowers for a second, Taylor. We have
Is he
to.
drinking?
What's up
Please.
about
Why is there a rubber band around that Captain Morgan?
I got this.
Not over
I'm okay. So I have a brocade, which my buddy Theodore, who's in the thing for his wedding, gave us all these little wine bottles or airplane bottles of liquor on sticks as flowers for our groomsmen gift, and it just happens to be on my. That I can't get any closer in my house other than this stuff. So I'm trying to use the whole buffalo. So that's what this is for.
Nothing angers me more that I didn't come up with brocade. Things last year. Oh, fuck.
And I don't, by the way, and I also don't explain it. I don't want to know how the hot dog talks. I don't want to know. I don't go to Vegas to watch the magician tell me how the fucking trick works. The hot dog's got a dick. I don't know why.
Exactly. You know why.
So close, guys. We're so close to getting through all these super chats. All right.
Then we got some more Venmos.
Jeremy Day, $5. So Bowers is a hot dog now. Can someone help me catch up? Very clever.
Let us try.
Kyra M, $2 to buy some buns for your wiener. Finally, last one. Ron Gould sent $5. Saw Christopher Titus and his wife Rachel at Hilarities a few months ago. Talked to both after the show. Great people. Thank you, he said.
Yeah,
I'll take this,
funny.
Chris.
I didn't
I'll
say
take
we were
this.
funny. He just said great people. That's not a good thing.
That's,
Yes.
The club. Good
Yeah.
people. What?
yeah, that's like when you get off stage, someone goes, "That was fun."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he just super chatted $10 to say good energy.
Or here's a great one for getting off stage and they go, hey, you know what? Just so you know, I was laughing.
Yeah.
It's really rough when they give you a "you were good too" and you were the only one on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, my egg has unfocused my camera, so I have to.
Oh.
Guys, I just want to quickly say, do you think maybe we've hit the hot dog thing a little bit too much into the ground? That bit. What I'm saying?
Who's that? Who's
Dare
that
you
dude?
do that to
Holy
cheese?
shit.
I like the haircut on that. Like that's a high and tight, man. That is some military, whatever the hell that is.
That's the kid in play.
War, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the kid in play.
Yeah.
Got a fade.
Standing attention, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm a
we've got
little
a couple.
offended.
We've got a couple Venmos coming in. Definitely some game entries that we'll get to in a little bit. But Megan Smith throws in $5.05. I love the weird amounts. Says thanks for the ridiculous laughs. Much appreciated. We're having just as much fun. Sheehan Clip throws in $2. Says you guys run such an amazing podcast. I appreciate you. And then said a nice thing to me about recently discovering my comedy and helping get through some tough times. Can't wait to buy tickets when this is all done. Yeah, I'm actually going to be touring with the hot dog. Bowers is fired. So, we have $5 from Matthew Plummer. Says would love a website with a list and links for all the previous and future guests. We are working on it. Absolutely, that's coming.
What about the ones
Michael,
for now? I'm just kidding.
current guests?
Yeah.
Michelangelo, Michelangelo, not Michelangelo. This is not from a Ninja Turtle. But says this stream is like a bachelorette party. Everyone going nuts over a weirdly dressed wiener.
I had a dick straw right now.
Nailed it.
So good.
And Erica Smith puts in $5 for Chris Titus losing his mind. So that's awesome. Also, Brittany Thurston threw in $2 to apologize to me and said, I forgot most people aren't actually seeing people. Big apologies for the touching my face thing. I am frankly shocked. Shocked.
Is there blood in your mouth? What is that?
Look, I didn't have a pink marker, all right? I did what I could.
Just saying.
Albert Mira throws in $5 in support of hot dog manipulation. Thank you much. And Megan Smith throws in an extra 1001 for Renee and said, "You're awesome. Love the poofs." So, all right, are we?
I just wanted to also quickly thank Steve Hofstetter for teaching me it's okay to fear the sun.
Yeah, this by the way, this isn't my mouth just got sunburnt, Renee. That's what happened on this.
I'm sorry I came for you. It was
like
unnecessary.
it looks like your egg has a ball gag. It's like Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction.
We're about to get medieval on these motherfuckers.
Now he's home.
We're pretty far from okay.
That looks cute.
We're pretty fucking far from okay.
Wow.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
it. Oh, that's just,
Two sides?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
that's
a
how.
man.
He's two-faced.
He's too
All right. What else we got? My camera still's not in focus. What else we got?
every time
Jared
you
Rachel,
wipe
did
it,
we catch
it
up?
gets a little less info. Every time you wipe it, you've done it like 3 times. It just
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll try to. Jared, we got anything else?
We are all caught up. I think we had one more super chat come in from Jessica Kibble, $4.99. Steve, I love your eggs. Reminds me of a poem. My eggs above my legs.
That's as a Jewish person just trying to participate in Easter for the first time. This is how I decorate Easter eggs, and this is also how I see myself. Apparently, I have very low self-esteem.
It's actually perfect, honestly.
Tiny glasses.
I want you to.
Tiny
I would like an egg character of myself, Steve. I think it's pretty nice. I like it.
I mean, that can't possibly happen. I'll be right back.
Sad about in my life is Titus. It's such an honor to meet you, and I'm going to meet you somewhere down the road, and I'll be like, "Hey, it's Chris Powers." You'll be like, "Who?" I'll be like, "The fucking hot dog." You're like,
Oh, dude,
yeah,
I'll never.
You never recognize my face. I'm like, in case I see you someday.
It made me laugh so hard. You probably killed a tumor I was growing. I will hug you. dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's so funny.
If Steve doesn't bring an egg for me to be written on as well, like to be meat made of, people are gonna lose it. Oh!
I mean, I had 7 hot dogs. Didn't turn to right on them. Oh my God.
His eyes are all wrong.
I know, right? It's bad. Did I hear $100 tip? So I'm going to eat this thing at the end of the thing. Is that what's going to happen?
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
That was
All right.
Fuck, you're fucked.
Should I cook it, or do I have to eat it raw? What do you think?
You can
no,
cook
I'm sure
it.
there's no disease or anything on it after you stuck a stick through it and a weird hat and wrapped it in something. But I'm sure it's fine. All right, go ahead. Yeah. I say this: don't cook it and work on your immune system. That's what I say.
Be a pussy.
Oh,
I'm
man.
standing like Captain Morgan right now. I
You
got
are
my foot up on the thing. Like,
Should we do the game?
Well, now here's my question: Did Titus? Did you decide not to do stand up, or are we still
No,
going to have
I didn't know
stand-up?
you guys wanted me to.
I think
want
we'd
me
like
to?
you to. I think we'll
All
do
right.
another set of
So
stand up.
I'm gonna tell a story from my new show, Carrying Monsters. By the way, Carrying Monsters, we're gonna do it. I have a studio, so we're going to be doing a live stream of the whole 90-minute show. We're gonna have about 10 or 15 people, but you'll be able to get it. Go to my website, check it out. It'll be set up this thing. But yeah, I'll talk about it. And I want to talk about you and the Girl Scouts. And the thing for me is that I went to Boy Scouts. We went to one den meeting. Went to one meeting. We sat there. My father was with me. They talked about being, which den you're going to be in and who's going to be your leader. And my dad never said a word. We got in the car to leave, and he closes the door and he just goes, "Bunch of fags." That was my one scout experience. Never went back. Wouldn't let me go. Let me go. It was 2 words, bunch of fags, and we drove home. That was it. That was my entire.
He saved you.
True. After true. Oh man.
I just also like how Girl Scouts are like,
Renee,
sell those
he's
cookies.
doing a set.
Oh shit! I forgot. I didn't know.
All right, you can jump in. Seems to be.
Go ahead.
Wow, this is you have dreams as a young comic, and this was never one of them. I'm surprised where I ended up. So yeah, divorced parents have this freedom, like, because there's no one to. When you're married, you have people that are balancing you. You can't just rip on your kids. My dad had no balance. To being from a kid from divorced parents, when you're from divorced parents, you have a good parent and a bad parent. Always, that's how it works. Because there's always that's how a divorce works. Because 2 people that have the same amount of ability and integrity and morality don't get divorced. They buy a motorhome, live together forever, and die. Weird propane explosion. That's what happens. So I had 2 bad parents, so I had to kind of grade it on a curve to figure out who the bad one was. It's weird having 2 bad parents because you have to come up with a baseline. If you have 2 bad parents, you have to figure out, so who's the worst parent? I said, Dad did meth, Mom did other dudes for meth. That's better. Both my parents were raging alcoholics, but Mom had more assault charges. So Dad wins again. Here's the thing. You don't know. You're just a kid. Those are just your parents. One day I just looked around. I was like, who's all the kids who are playing Hot Wheels with me at the Whiskey River Saloon at midnight? Why is there nobody here? I used to go to bars with my mom when I was 4. I mean, I didn't go with her. She took me. I wasn't like, yo, 10:30, the party up in this bitch. I need to get my juice box on. We were living in North Hollywood at the time. For those of you guys who don't know, North Hollywood's a lot like Hollywood, except there's no money, mansions, or actors. A lot of Latinos. You could call it Hola Wood. Ironically, there are a lot of Oscars. And She used to take me to these 20 by 40 foot cinder block bars that dot the San Fernando Valley. The bars with no windows, to keep out the light and hope. And we would go, and it's all the same people at the bar too. Same guys are drinking every day, just trying to figure out where their life went sideways and praying to God their lottery ticket hits so they could afford that stolen tourist replacement liver from Mexico. I just got heckled by my phone. That's awesome. And I'm 4 years old in the bar, and nobody cared because my mom was super hot. So my uncles overlooked it. These guys would keep me distracted by they're hitting on my mom. They would just hand me like just one 20-ounce Coke after the other because it's easy to control a toddler when it's in a sugar coma. Mm-hmm. And these guys would they would always pack the Cokes with bar cherries. Did you guys have bar cherries as a kid? You have bar cherries as a kid?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
that is not fruit. That bar cherries, they were developed in a lab at Dow Chemical. They're all the same size, same color. And by the way, there is no fruit the color of a horny baboon's ass. That has never happened in history. Red dye number 9 that'll cause tumors and cinder blocks. You know what? There should be a class action suit for those of us that eat bar cherries as a kid. Just hi, did you have a lot of bar cherries as a kid? To this day, do you still crap fuchsia? Well, you could be entitled to compensation. Call the bar cherry hotline at 1-800-MAMA is still in rehab. So, these are the jokes, people. So this story has a point. So we're in the bar one night, and there's a band in the corner. It wasn't really a band. It was a guy with a snare drum, a guy with electric guitar, a guy with a tambourine, and a guy with a tambourine. And tambourine battles were fierce. But they get up, they finish their set, and the band goes to take their band break. So mom left with Uncle Guitarist to a naked meeting in his office, Pontiac Firebird. So now I'm 4 in a bar, and I'm 4 years old, and there's an empty drum kit. So I said, I'm going to work on that solo for my Alvin and the Chipmunks album. So I sat down. I did. I started banging on the drums. By the way, this is my first real memory in life. And I look back on this day, and everybody in that bar was in there drinking hard to forget their children. And I'm in the corner, and nobody killed me. That's how hot my mom was. So after about 20 minutes, like most 4-year-olds in a bar at midnight, I got up to go find mom, and I walked out the front door of the bar onto Victory Boulevard, middle of the night. And I'm white now. I mean, I walk into the bar, but when I was a kid, I looked like I was Irish, German, and snowman. Just start walking on the street, and I get picked up by LAPD. And they knew I was lost. They didn't think I was turning tricks or anything, Unless I was a prodigy. My lips were red from the bar cherries, so that joke is dedicated to the Catholic Church and the Boy Scouts of America. And the cops are like, why do you smell like vodka? I go, that's what's in a Harvey Wallbanger. And they put me in the back of the car, and we start driving around the block looking for mom. And we come around the 4th time. My mom is standing in front of the bar, just panicked because she knows damn well if she loses her little boy, that child support stops. I come on, she was upset. You could tell she loved me because her blouse was all misbuttoned. She was really worried. And the cops just start reaming. I'm sitting in the car, and the cops are screaming at my mom. It's one of the street out here in Victory. It's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. He's a 4-year-old boy walking the streets of Los Angeles in the middle of the night. What kind of a parent? You know what? You should be nowhere near a child. Now take him back inside. From bar cherries and martini olives, so he has his fruits and vegetables. And they gave me back to her. And my mom was so pissed. She was like, what did I tell you? I'm like, when I see cops, I'm supposed to run. Right. If they ask if your mommy's an alcoholic, I say, no, she just has an inner ear problem. And that's my first memory in life, people. And I look back on that day and I always think, what would have happened had the cops taken me from her in that moment? I think I'd still be here doing comedy on a computer by myself in a large building. After following a hot dog. I think I'd just be doing brutal jokes about my foster parents. God damn it, hot dog! Fuck up my closer, hot dog! So that's the first story. That's the first story of my new show, man. And you guys, let me be very honest. We are all invited to do a lot of these podcasts and stuff, and sometimes they're a blast, and sometimes they're slogging. You guys are a fucking blast, man. Honestly, I want to buy a hot dog T-shirt, but make sure you take a picture of that exact hot dog. I would wear that shirt every fucking day.
We are absolutely going to make hot dog T-shirts. It's got to look like that. We'll get an artist to draw us a depiction. By the way, Taylor, can you go to bed right now?
Let me just say, Titus, what an honor it was to have you perform here on the Social Distancing Social Club. We loved it. If I could applaud, I would. Here.
By the way, as Christopher Titus's egg representation, I would just like to say thank you.
What the fuck happened to my nose?
This is the best I can do. These eggs are there's a little bit of condensation. It's very difficult. By the way, I have eggs for each one of us.
Steve, you want to hear the weirdest part? I was literally just offended at how you drew my face on an egg. I was like, is that legit? Like, wow, me and Hot Sitters, we're not bros, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I apologize. I'm not a Central Park caricature artist. I'm not as good as that. But here's the Ben Glebe egg.
Oh, Ben's cool looking. Look at that.
Pretty good. Glebe egg.
Wow, thank you.
No beard though.
No, I didn't get any beard. We have a Renee egg. This is the best I could do. I'm so sorry, Renee.
Wow. Is that me interrupting Chris's set?
No.
You in the middle of Chris's set.
I feel mildly better about my egg now.
I mean, I look
But also, just like to say, instead of Bowers, I drew a hot dog egg.
Wow, that's exactly, dude. You have a neck.
Did get the slightly fucked up side of the mouth correct, so that's the important part.
And your egg's eyes are even. The hot dog's face is fucked up, man.
Through some shit. Hot dog's been through some shit.
He's been through some shit. Oh my God, he's got some kind of.
All right, so we've got some Venmos coming in that we're going to catch up with. Erica Smith threw in $5, says, "Holy cow, Chris Titus, I will never look at bar cherries the same again." Tyler Stevens throws in $5 and says, "Hot dog, these jokes are excellent and a bit cheesy." Ellen Shaw threw in $5 and says, "I need to know why Ben had tiny plastic hands nearby." Ellen, you do not need to know.
All alone. Let it go.
Daniel Graves threw in $5, says, "Favorite episode thus far, laughing the whole time, can't wait for the hot dog tour." Lur threw in $1 and said, "Hot dog manipulation, the off-Broadway puppetry of the penis." Jared, what do we got coming in through you?
On Facebook for Christopher Titus, Jason Moody sent 1,300 stars, said, "For Titus, always a great set. Can't wait to see a show in person again." We've also got Mr. Design sent $5. "Worth it, the show. Love your stuff. Keep your heads up." Razor sent $5. "I can see this being our Wilhelm scream. Anyone who brings hot dog and eggs to any of these comic shows, they'll know we're the Isolation Nation."
Oh, hell yeah. Part though is that we're going to pretend we don't know and just wait for other people to react. We'll just act like, what is this?
People, don't bring meat in a pig intestine to my show. Please don't bring.
I'll take them.
Fine.
Don't bring eggs to a comedian's show ever, please.
Guys,
I didn't think this through.
may I just, I don't mean to get too meta here, and I don't want to get too deep on you guys, but just take a look at this.
Oh, no!
Like I'm watching a David Lynch movie.
Oh man, you know the hot dog makes me want to donate money to it. It's got a weird look, man.
We've got a couple more super chats to get to, guys.
right, what do we got?
Wiesner sent 100 stars on Facebook, 50 for Steve and 50 for Chris. Both you guys are funny as fuck. And Jessica Kibble sent $4.99. You are why I could not find any white eggs. Congrats on your honorary Christianity, Steve.
Oh shit! I didn't think, Steve. I didn't think about
one of these.
Steve, I didn't think about that. There's people like lining up in fucking lines to get food, and we're making puppets out of eggs.
Here's the thing. First of all, okay, every one of these, I'm still gonna eat these. I might even film it. Ben used his as a way to feed his dog, and Bowers is absolutely having dinner off that hot dog. We are not letting any part of the buffalo go to waste.
Okay, just want to make sure, man. I just want to make sure.
Don't worry. I mean, I did burn toilet paper to get the ink for these, so that might be a problem.
I was just gonna say toilet paper flies over you.
Yeah, Ben, you're muted. Hold on.
I just wanted to say that even though we have a new cast of characters now, we, again, like Steve made clear, we're not going to waste any of it.
Oh.
By the way, that was better than more than one Stephen King movie. What he just did, that was pretty good.
If we can now get a couple super chats and Venmos for Ben's hospital bills, we would appreciate that.
I'm gonna go cook this hot dog now, and then we're gonna eat it here in a minute. So say goodbye to the hot dog before I cook it. Eat it.
No, you can't cook it, you sissy.
No, I think gonna cook it. I
don't even know who said that.
You can. I think if I cook it, it's gonna look crazier. I think it'll be funnier.
Eat it raw.
No. Hey,
Eat it raw.
No.
Eat it raw.
Care about our.
That was weird because we've become friends with the hot dog. That was sick to watch. I don't want to.
By the way, I actually, Hayden, who's been doing our graphics for the show, just offered to draw up the hot dog t-shirt. Absolutely, Hayden, have at it. We are 100% selling these hot dog t-shirts. Just want to put some poorly drawn eggs in the background. You're more than welcome to.
Don't lose the hat. Don't lose the hot dog hat, and don't lose the hot dog like prom dress thing that I had on.
Absolutely. Also, Christopher Kappa threw in $10. Says I've only watched a handful of episodes now, but this is by far the funniest. Give this to Renee for coming here during the sausage fest.
Be here.
Brad is trying to outbid. Brad Fredrickson throws in $101, says to split for the stand-ups today, but also so Bowers does not eat the hot dog. We've got a bidding war going on. Hey, Brad, I have known Bowers for a decade. It's going to take a lot more than $100 to get him to stop eating a hot dog. It's gonna. That's a lifestyle change. All right, Jarrett, what else we got?
We had a couple more come in for Christopher Titus, Jessica Kibble, $24.99. Really funny, but Chris, wow, that is a nice brick wall you have. Paul Louth sent $5. Thank you, Titus, for all the laughs today. And Lena Sutherland sent $5. Love your work, Titus. Used to watch your show as a kid. And I think we had a couple super chats as well. Epitome 613 in Canada sent FMK, a hot dog, an egg, and a cheese stick.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, look at the cooked hot dog. Wait, we got to look at the cooked hot dog.
Oh, Jesus. This looks like it got a good haircut.
I got to say, clearly we're fucking the hot dog, but Bowers at Lisa's gonna eat it first for foreplay. We're marrying the eggs because well, there's one of each one of us. So that's nice. And, we are killing the cheese stick because that is what Ben already did to it. So
I heard.
I do have a question.
I get that you have to kill it, but I honestly only did it because I want to make sure you don't waste any part of the cheese. Why did my video stop?
I don't know, but Bowers also, do not eat that right now. That is how we are closing the episode. So do not eat that hot dog yet.
It's taken all my willpower, Steve. I've never been this close to a cooked hot dog without eating it. Holy shit. This is real hard. It smells so good. I'm so ready for this hot dog. I smell like hot dogs. I've been holding a hot dog for an hour and a half. I have fucking, every part of me is it's fucking dripping everywhere. This is terrible. I have made a terrible decision.
Let's do the game. Well, let's catch up on the rest of the chats. We'll do the game, and then Bowers can eat his friend.
All right, so that's basically it for all the super chats and donations. We'll get to the game whenever you
do
guys
the game
want.
then.
All
right. Worst roommate, by the way, real quick. I had one once that used to open the window in the winter, leave it open, and then wonder why the apartment got cold. Real smart guy. Super smart guy.
Yeah.
What do we have any great ones that aren't part of the game?
I
Yes.
actually didn't see. Oh, wait, sorry. Did
Oh,
somebody
I
say
have
yes?
one. I just want to say I had an incredibly strange roommate my freshman year of college. Even though we were 18, no joke, he had dentures. And he would take his teeth out and put them in a jar every night before bed. And his name was Ocean. So I would literally go to bed to the soothing sounds of the ocean. Was disturbing, you guys. I mean, honestly, I was like, when we stopped living together, I was like, woo, thank God. A lot.
He's from Kentucky.
I used to have to share a drawer with a bunch of pepperoni, and it fucking sucked.
Ow.
All right, Jared, what do we got in the chats?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any non-official entries for the.
All right, I got some. I'm going to start off with. Then we got some Venmos. So Tyler Stevens enters in, and this seems like just an asshole. And by the way, Renee and Titus, you guys will help judge the winner on this one. So pay attention to which one your favorite is. So apparently, he had a roommate throw a beer bottle at him, break down a door, and try attacking him. And fuck that crazy dude. So not the funniest story, but definitely a horrible roommate.
I got one before I go to the next one. I don't judge.
Yeah.
I had a roommate, and this dude, he just fucked every night. There was a different girl every fucking night, and he was up late, and he was drinking like crazy, and it just would never let me sleep. And I finally said, "Dad, I got school."
So Dave Eisner, frequent entrant for the contest, says I had dishes and silverware missing and couldn't figure out where they went. And maintenance came in to fix her heater one day and found that she put them all under her bed. There were dirty plates, bowls, and glasses and silverware. It was happening for months. That is super gross.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Hoarder right there. That's pretty bad.
That is insane.
That is disgusting, and that's coming from a man who just ate string cheese with a face on
it.
Valid. We got one from Ronald Gould. Drunk roommate passed out in my Oldsmobile, shat his pants, and somehow ruined the cloth upholstery. For revenge, when the same roommate later shat on the basement floor, I boxed it up and hid it in his room.
Wow, that's a shitty roommate talking about a shitty roommate.
Also,
Absolutely.
with like great homemaking skills, that he took the time to box it up nice.
He was a scrapbooker.
I do not want to see that unboxing video. The unboxing video is terrible.
Oh,
ketchup
my
hair.
God.
Oh, God.
I'm a one-act play with this hot dog, man. He's so ready.
All right, we've got another one from Elena Wee. Said my roommate always left ball hair all over the toilet floor and mirror. Holy shit! Mirror. Mirror.
I love that you know it was specifically ball hair.
On my balls.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty specific look type of pubic hair. I mean, pubic hair looks different than, like, does your pubic hair look like other hair?
No,
on your
you
body?
said ball hair.
Okay.
Ball hair compared to regular old pubic hair. I thought it was specific to balls. Is what I was
What do you
talking
mean? I didn't know there was a subset of ball hair. I thought it was pubic hair was ball hair.
That's what I'm saying, but
Right?
I thought she said it was ball hair, not pubic hair. Anyway, it's semantics.
Oh, okay,
I just once an episode I derail the whole thing with something stupid, Titus. It's my bad. It happens.
It's the longest it's ever been.
Once.
Right? I said one, right?
I also point out that is incredible that he was a hot dog all episode, and when he appeared as himself, that's when he derailed the episode.
so valid.
All right, Jared, what else we got in the contest?
All right. Before we get to the official entries, I got one more super chat that came in from Stacy Baldwin, $5. This is my first episode. I'm so glad I tuned in. You guys are hilarious. I also wanted to pitch for yesterday's game, Andre, 3,000 more ventilators, please.
Nice.
Wow, I like that.
Congratulate the hot dog on booking SNL. For official entries into the game.
Guys, bad news. Guys, real quick, I'm sorry, but some bad news. Apparently the hot dog tweeted some disparaging comments about Korean barbecue.
Oh, no. Damn it! I sensed he was a racist. I knew it. God damn it.
Along with social media.
And now he's obviously blown his own brains out. Gig.
Oh, man. I didn't even know the hot dog had a podcast.
Popular. Very popular.
Oh, but controversial. So, official entries for the game. Nathaniel Crawford. I had a roommate who was a convicted sex offender, went to jail for violating his conditions. The paper told everyone where he lived, so I couldn't volunteer at the middle school chess club anymore.
Guilt by association.
So funny that that's what you wanted to volunteer. You just happened to be sex offender.
That's what he was doing.
But your passion is volunteering for the middle school chess club. All right. Crystal Noon. After coming home from work at midnight, one roommate was videotaping another roommate having a threesome on our couch. Traumatized.
Oh. Whoa.
I guess traumatized is their language for turned on.
Safe word. That's their safe word.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to put 2 socks on the doorknob?
There's a quiet on set sign outside the door.
And the hot dog with a great line.
Oh, really maintaining that wound that happened.
Look, you can't go to the hospital right now. It's a very dangerous place. So.
2 more entries for the game. Amina Saleh, worst roommate. Little sister lit candle in bedroom, and later on, my room caught on fire. She didn't wake me up because she didn't want me to get pissed off.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Best case scenario, you'll die, and then
that
she'll
is
not
the
hear about it.
shittiest arsonist excuse I have ever heard. That is arson flat out. Tried to kill him in
Lastly,
sleep.
this last one's a little controversial. Elizabeth Ann. I found my roommate dead from alcoholism. The sheriff asked how I was holding up during his investigation. I replied, much better now, as I cracked open one of my late roommate's beers.
Wow.
I think we have a winner.
Carol Baskin here.
Yeah, right.
Except that sounds sneakily like Chris Bowers, though, and he's not eligible to win the prize.
Also, she was no longer allowed to volunteer at her middle school chess. So that's all right. We gotta pick the winner. Crowd, vote for your favorite, whether it's on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube. We appreciate wherever you're watching us. Vote for your favorite. Jarrett will take the consensus in a bit. But Renee, what was your favorite? What's the winner?
Is this the worst person contest or the worst roommate contest? Everyone sounds like an asshole as well.
Yeah, valid.
No disrespect. As a female who's endured ball hair, I'd go ahead and say that one's the worst roommate for me.
The
Hair's
ball hair
gross,
one.
guys.
All right, ball hair with a vote right now. Titus, what do you got?
I go with the ball hair too. With ball hair on the mirror, it's like that's a creepy roommate that CSI'd that. Like you actually went to the mirror. He took some samples, figured out it was ball hair, and then got mad. There's hair on the mirror. That's better. I think the last one. The roommate died, and then I like people that keep on keeping on, and they crack the beer in front of the cops. I like that one a lot.
Excellent. Ben, what's your vote?
I mean, my vote also goes to the dead roommate, even though we might be rewarding a possible murderer with the prize. Still
Fine with
think
that.
it's a good choice. You're fine with that? Okay, good. And I'm cool with it too. Absolutely. 100%.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life, and I've never been happier. Never been happier in my life.
Steve, I'm gonna go with the chess team, Steve, but the hot dog, I'm going with 3-1.
Yeah, Bowers, you don't get a vote. The hot dog's on the show now.
The hot dog's going with three-way.
Assistant.
The hot dog's going with 3-1.
So, hot dog with the 3-way one, and it is my vote now. And right now, so we got 2 for beers, 1 for ball hair, 1 for the 3-way. I'm not making this a tie. I'm voting for the beers because that is the pubic hair was ballsy, but so is that reaction. So I'm gonna go with that. Entries there, but holy shit! And I've had a roommate bad enough where I think I would not only not care if they died, but I would also start drinking again.
Yeah.
So I completely understand. I relate. So with that, you win all of our albums and Titus's as well, and a DVD of the funniest women in Orange County.
Thank you.
By Renee.
I want to be clear. It's 2008.
Yeah. It's volumes 1 through 1, right?
I would love to know like how dated the jokes are. Like, are they all just like, oh man, looks like it's gonna be good presidents from here on out, huh, guys?
I sadly think some of the women were still doing Monica Lewinsky references, so I don't.
I got something that's coming up, going to be on my YouTube channel. So I had my first manager when I was like 19 showed up at a gig, and she was great, by the way. She was a manager / housewife. Yeah, so she was there for the 3 years, and she really she was good. She worked with some other comics and stuff. She had videotaped me a video when it was videotapes years ago, and I have 6 hours of my old first sets that I'm putting together right now because my dad died, and I need to be humiliated on my own now. I'm gonna be putting those up. We're gonna put together the best and worst of where I started. It's gonna be on the YouTube channel. It's bad.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
I'm really excited about it. Actually.
Hilarious.
What's your YouTube handle?
Christopher Titus TV, and we started putting up every episode of the Titus Show. We're putting one of a day as people are going through this because they need stuff to watch. And I've put up, I've done 8 comedy specials. We're putting them up 1 a week. There's 4 up right now, 90-minute specials for free. Anybody wants to watch them, if you just want to kill some time and laugh, go for it. And then we're going to do the live show. We're going to do the live stream on May 2nd. So you can see the entire Carrying Monsters one night only. It's going to be May 2nd. Go to ChristopherTitus.com and yeah, let's just, we got to do what we got to do. We got, and the money's whatever we make, a big portion of it's going to go to help some of the wait staff and stuff that they just got screwed. Nice. Like, I really feel bad that these people, we're comics. We can figure that we're doing this shit now. We can dig a hot dog out of a fridge and make some shit happen. but not everybody has that talent.
Titus.
Yeah.
Titus. The funniest thing about that was the idea that Bowers owns a fridge.
Just a bunch of loose hot dogs, baby.
He's just got an apartment full of rando hot dogs. That's crazy.
We got a couple more generals come in. Titus, you got a question from Dave Adler.
Sure.
Where did the idea for the neutral room on the sitcom come from? And said, love the cast and had a crush on Cynthia.
Thanks, man. You can see all the episodes on the YouTube channel. It came from this. The whole show, when I came up with the idea for the show, the whole show was based on one thing, that as an adult, you react out of your childhood. Everything that you do, you made a decision when you were 5. So we needed that place to go into my brain. And the reason it was black and white, I can make it really not funny, which I was doing up till now. Basically, here's how it goes. So basically, we needed this room where you could go in my brain, and the reason it was black and white and it was so you knew where you were without having to put a chyron on the screen and blah blah. God, I just bored the shit out of myself.
It's good. It's good notes. Look, Titus, if we are going to launch this TV special about a hot dog, we need notes from the industry.
I mean, listen, my production company we will shoot it in my studio, 100%. Hot dog comedy special. I am super in, man.
Hot dog comedy, executive produced by Christopher Titus. All right, and then we have another general came in. Kevin Boyce threw in $20. And I think this was for me because I'm a Mets fan. Gave a fuck, marry, kill, which, by the way, we can't keep doing these guys. But a fuck, marry, kill. Gary Cohn, Ron Darling, and Keith Hernandez. My answer to that is yes. No, I don't want to kill any of them. They're very beloved. And then Jared, what you got?
I think we just had one more come in. Ron Gold sent another $10. And said that Sam Adams has a grant to assist waitstaff.
Good.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's probably more waitstaff than that grant, though. So we're gonna do some more if we can.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So all right. Do we have anything else, Jared? Or do we catch up?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
Yep.
I think also maybe in our live video. I think in our live video audience, To the Rescue has a question.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it was another fuck, marry, kill, but I could wait till another one.
Yes. Done so many of those. I'm going to say moratorium on those. No more fuck, marry, kills. Let's go with some different questions. We do highbrow comedy here.
All of a sudden, the hot dog has a top hat.
What is going on?
Oh God, these are colder than I thought.
I mean, seriously though, not to interrupt the silliness, but we are living through a pandemic. So if I can just get serious for a second, I want to show you the proper way to decontaminate your hands with sanitizer. What you want to do is you want.
I always thought. By the way, Ben, I always thought that bottle was comically small, but now I realize it's for those hands. It's the perfect size.
Perfect.
Gotta get the other side.
All good.
Yeah, 20 seconds, Ben. 20 seconds. All right. So, Renee, plug your stuff.
You can just follow me on Instagram at Nene Gooter, and Twitter's the same. I post a lot of selfies. I'm very hot with filters. watch my movie Turkey Bowl that came out on Thanksgiving. It's not my movie, but I'm in it, and I have a lot of makeup on. So watch it. You can stream it on Amazon Prime.
Taylor, can we see Barris' background for a second? We will forever know him as he was. I know we did plugs for Titus already. Anything else? Anything we missed, Chris?
No, man. Thanks for doing. Go to Titus Nation, which is a really unfortunate hashtag I picked years ago. Titus Nation on Twitter. And Instagram, and I remember the hot dog before the brain injury. And
do you mean the hot dog's brain injury or Bowers' brain injury?
Same.
I just missed that hot dog.
All right, we're gonna close with Bowers eating the hot dog. So Ben,
the hot dog you can find the hot dog at sdschotdog.com on Twitter and Instagram.
Did you really do that?
I'm about to, but I haven't.
Do you have in memoriam music, or do you have anything we can play?
We got the song queued up. I just heard it. We're ready.
Wait, hold on. So Ben, do your plugs.
Yes, great. Hello, and thank you for being with us today. It's been so great. Remember, we went from FOMO to never mind. And the point is,
yeah,
it has been great being here with you guys. Please check out my hour special that is now also for free on YouTube, Neurotic Gangster. I think you'll enjoy it. My podcast, Last Week on Earth, where we get a little bit more serious than this. My guests this week are Hofstetter and Bowers, pre-Hot Dog Life. And follow me at Ben Glebe on social media or /BGlebe right here on YouTube, not in real life, hopefully. And I find two things very sad. One, that now probably lots of people will bring up to Titus at his shows and saying that they are Chris Bowers, and he'll never know. Seriously when he says it. Also, the fact that I'm now looking down at my pants and there are several very wet spots that nobody in my home will believe it's just hand sanitizer that fell through my tiny, tiny hand. Thank you for being with us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. I had a blast. Thank you guys.
Thank
Love you, Titus.
Don't go anywhere. You can't miss the hot dog eating. We're
Is he gonna do it?
We're almost there.
Don't you fucking move.
Bowers.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh,
real quick. Also, for those watching, I am performing my hour tomorrow at the Nowhere Comedy Club. Go to nowherecomedyclub.com to get tickets. We had to postpone the Ida Rodriguez show tonight. She was feeling a little sick, but she's gonna be with us on May 3rd. So we're postponing the show. She'll be all right. Nothing too serious. And then, but we've also got Josh Wolf coming up this week, Christian Finnegan, Katrina Davis, Kristen Key, Mary Santora, Rob Ryan, Radu Bandar, a lot of people you've seen on this show. So make sure to get your tickets. And with that, Bowers.
We got it, Steve.
You're on,
Time to eat.
I'm playing Sam Smith.
Oh, I thought you were playing Who Let the Dogs Out. I thought it was Who Let the Dogs Out we're listening to. All right.
I don't have that song. But here.
Oh,
he housed it.
Deep throat.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
Vanity.
After
Hot
all
Dog
this,
had a family.
yeah, man, it's like, dude, it's almost like you just ate Elmo after this date you've had.
you ate it in
the whole dress.
Oh, man.
I can't.
He deep throated the dog.
And shocked.
Oh. Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me.
So,
Thank you,
everybody,
Renee. You're off.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Renee.
Thank you. And we'll see you. And for the rest of you, we will see you on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. What the fuck was this? We have no idea. This is the best.
Life ain't that bad, really.
Yeah.
Life ain't that bad.
I gotta say, I'm gonna go make some eggs. So,
furiously masturbate with these. Good night.
Taylor.